at least 75% to 80% of our work dealt with alcohol-related violence. The majority of it will be after a night out. People don't find too much to drink, they get into needless petty fights and escalate into something far worse. People go out, they come out of the pub or the club, the first thing they're going to want to probably do is have something to eat on the way home. Everybody will go, their tempers will flare, they've had a bit too much to drink, people start having a fight.
2 a.m. in a chicken shop in East London. What's unfold shows how shocking violence can come from something as cheeky as stealing a chip, like the man on the right was just...
Or whoever it was going to be about cleaning the mess up. And look, you can't erase...
But isn't it less of a mess, Congressman? Isn't it less of a mess? We've had 11 straight days now where new cases have been under 50,000. We had 28 states a little more than a month ago that were having problem spikes. It's down to 4 right now. So I'm not saying it's still not a mess, but it's certainly a much smaller mess. And maybe that's one of the things that Joe Biden is worried about, that this is not going to be a big issue as many people thought it might be.
You know, the United States response to the coronavirus has been an absolute train wreck. Compared to every other country, our deaths are at 180,000. It didn't need to be that high. Infection 5, 6 million. It didn't need to be that high. The president was literally wanting that he wasn't wearing a mask. The vice president Pence was in Ohio.
Inquired suddenly. An English hostage, a fervent Jacobite, or a French agent. I rubbed 2 fingers over the ache between my eyes. The correct answer was none of the above, but I didn't think it would get me very far. The hospitality of this house seems a trifle lacking by comparison with its appointments, I say, as sportily as I could manage under the circumstances, which wasn't all that much. Still, Louise's example of great ladydom hadn't been entirely in vain. The Duke laughed. A high, laugh, like a bat that has just heard a good one. Your pardon, madam. You're quite right. I should have thought to offer you refreshment before presuming to question you. Most thoughtless of me. He murmured something to the footman who appeared in answer to his ring, then waited calmly before the fire for the tray to arrive.
I'm on I-85 northbound, just south of the North Carolina border in South Carolina. There's been really bad traffic for a while, and I'm coming up on the reason for it. And idiots like that just want to cut in front of you because they're stupid. So we got a truck jackknifed. Pretty bad jackknife. So that's it. Crap day. Crap accident. So I don't know what's going on here, but look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cop cars. And 1 wrecked car. Must have been a police chase, but everybody's got to slow down and look at it. Again, such a nice day.
£390 before running out of the shop. She even tidies up after her accomplices and continues to distract the staff, discussing a new hairdo.
She's here.
The officers believe she's a drug addict, and it seems to come as a bit of a shock to her when they tell her she's going to be strip searched.
It will be as quick as possible, give you as much dignity, and that's that. Take your bracelet off and Or Harry Etheridge, the famous congressman. But his father would have black dog days. He could hardly talk or stir. He'd sit in the dark and just stare out at nothing. What was dogging him? The war? Some sense of his own luck? A feeling for the fragility of it? Memories of all the bullets that had been fired at him, and the shells, and how nothing had hit him in his vitals. That kind of luck Daddy went out. And Daddy knew. But he went out anyway. And killed him. What could save you? Nothing. If it was in the cards, by God, it was in the cards, and Daddy knew that. And faced up to it like a man. Looked it in the eyes and stabbed his black cat face, until at last it reared up and bit him in a cornfield on the Polk County line. Nothing could save him. Bob pressed on, sliding deep. You could not crawl through such madness. There was no through. He crawled and crawled, the explosions ringing in his ears. Dumbstruck that he had chosen to crawl in the right direction. And what was the right direction? If he's out there, he's dead now, he heard one Marine say to another. Nothing can come through that, said the other. They were so close. They were 10 feet away, chatting like workers on a lunch break. Solaritov willed himself to nothing. Like an animal, he ceased to consciously exist. He may not even have been breathing. Not as normal humans would define it, anyhow. His pulse nearly stopped. His body temp dropped. His eyes closed to slits. He gave himself up to the earth totally, and let himself sink into it, and would not let his body move a millimeter.
Toasting the lizard. I think a bunch of us, some Japanese journalists and some state people, I think we went to a sushi place in Georgetown. That may be where I did it. And that's it. Yeah. But see, here's the thing. That creature is also sometimes called a Komodo dragon. Maybe I toasted the dragon and that's what Nick was thinking of. Komodo. Is that a Japanese word? It sounds Japanese. No, it's Indonesian, I think. Sounds Japanese. Oh, lots of syllables. Could be Japanese. It does sound Japanese. It actually sounds like a Japanese word. Very common. Kamado. Kamado simply means stove or oven. It's an inverted ceramic bowl or something. In the old days, most Japanese homes had one. It's a grill, I suppose. You grill fish in it. Usually small and...
Trying to run me over there, FedEx? Gotta wait till you're clear to come over. That's okay, FedEx. I got you. did that on purpose 2 times. He waited and waited till I got up close and then just cut over in front of him without a turn signal. Twice.